Where in the world are you seeing the most fervent worship and why? Really good question. I've been spending time in West Africa and Central America and in the Philippines and of course in the US. And as we watch the culture of people crying out to God, we're finding a few things. And one of them is that where there's a greater deal of poverty, there seems to be more of a fervency to worship God. I think that might be because there's not as many distractions and there's more need and there's more desperation. Another thing that we're seeing is that there's more fervency when the church culture that someone grew up in is more fervent. So there are some churches that are more stoic and they learn how to be stoic and straight. But there's other churches where they learn from an early age to be, more energetic and more outspoken and more, physical in their worshiping of God. So we're learning that. But in all things, the biggest difference seems to be the desperation. So when we are God reliant, when people are God reliant in parts of the world, then their worship is fervent because they're begging God, God, you have to help me. But when we have a culture that is more self-reliant, it's more like we want to honor God with our words and we want to approach Him and say nice things and good things to Him, but we don't need Him as much. We don't feel the need of God, you have to come through. And so there is a cultural aspect to that. There's a poverty aspect to that, but in the end, it's all about desperation.